What's up everybody, it's Robin Gaming here. I'm gonna try to keep this video as short as I possibly can. Naughty Dog just had a live stream revealing new details about the Uncharted 4 multiplayer beta that is of course starting this Friday, so very soon. They pretty much played a couple of multiplayer matches, showed off all the new mechanics, which is, you know, cool that they did that. So we now have a better idea of how it's all gonna play out. I'm gonna quickly start off with a quick plug, I hope you don't mind, but they announced, for example, that Uncharted TV is coming back, and with me doing the top 5 plays, I would really appreciate it if you could tweet at the people from Naughty Dog. You know, names, Twitter handles will be in the description, so if you could quickly tweet them, ask if the top 5 players could be featured, make them aware that's happening and that, you know, it should be featured on Uncharted TV. That would be really great because I'm gonna put a lot of work into that, you know, into that series in general. So yeah, it would just be awesome to see it once again, kind of paying off and being featured on Uncharted TV during the time that the beta is there. It would be really cool. But yeah, anyway, I mean, I still, you know, I also gotta be super honest about it. My mixed feelings about Uncharted 4 multiplayer are still there. You know, like I will give them the benefit of the doubt for sure. I'm still gonna be, I'm totally excited to play the beta when it comes out on Friday, and I really hope it's gonna surprise me and that it's gonna be an awesome experience, that I'll love the multiplayer in general, and there's definitely some very good things about it. At the same time, there are some features that I just don't know if they're really, you know, like if they should be added or something like that. The main mechanics are awesome, as I said in that previous video that I did. Just in general, the game playing at 60 frames per second, great. Just the movement, the shooting mechanics, the rope you can use to swing around the map and stuff, all of that is looking perfect. So if this game would have been bare bones like Uncharted 2, then right now I would be super excited because, you know, just purely basing it on that already, it looks super good for sure. The maps that they showed off, they basically showed off 2 maps, one taking place in a city that was kind of like related to the E3 demo, and the other one is more like a jungle, like the PlayStation Experience demo. Those maps also looked good, pretty big, though at the same time it does seem to be, you know, quite hectic as well. So, you know, you're just going to be seeing a lot of people fighting in the same areas. That's fine with me as long as it's not too chaotic, like literally too chaotic that you're going to be dying the whole time. But no, you know, all that stuff looked good. I'll talk about another thing I thought looked really great, which is the loadout system, for example, which has basically been taken from The Last of Us and from the Call of Duty games. You have 25 points and you can basically assign all kinds of boosters or, you know, anything you want to basically assign. So like, you have a certain sidekick, you just pick that, you have a certain booster, a certain weapon, maybe a secondary weapon or whatever, and if you want to, you can essentially say, you know what, screw the sidekick, I don't want to play with one, I'll just go for an extra booster on top of that. So I like that. I like having the ability to really make choices for yourself, what kind of playstyle you want to have. So the loadout system also I've got no issues with at all, and it's looking pretty great. The revive system that they introduced, which I was actually pretty skeptical about, I'm more down on right now. It does seem to look not as bad as I thought it would, because once you down an enemy, it is super easy to kind of like get him to completely die, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. You basically just kick him once and he's done, and that happens all, you know, instantly, whereas in The Last of Us it's this whole animation playing, so it can take like 2 or 3 seconds for you to be killed in as well. But in Uncharted 4 it doesn't seem to be happening like that. So revive system right now, yeah, I give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm down on it so far. But then, you know, here comes the stuff once again that I just don't really know if it should be there, which is the radar. And the radar in itself doesn't have to be necessarily bad, but it's just that, yeah, you can once again use these abilities to kind of like expose people on the map. So you get a certain mystical that just reveals all enemies within your range, and then you know where they are and you can just kill them off, you know. Like the previous Uncharted multiplayers were not that, I guess, you know, like more hardcore. It didn't have a map, it was that simple. You just basically played and you tried to kind of like be very aware of your surroundings, and this time you're just not gonna have to be like that. You know, people are shooting with their AKs or whatever and you can see them on the map, you know exactly where they are. So yeah, I'm just not sure what I think of a map in general. And the sidekicks, that's most definitely the thing I am most skeptical about, that I just don't want to be in there so far at least, because, you know, you have a machine gun you can kind of like call in, or a certain sniper guy, and they can literally kill off people for you, or one guy just like randomly targets enemies and starts choking them for you to kill them and stuff. You know, those sort of things that they implemented in this multiplayer, I just don't know if they should be necessary, if they're supposed, or they should be in a multiplayer like this. It doesn't seem to be making the game better in any way, and you just don't see many multiplayer games using NPCs or something. So it makes me think, you know, well, obviously that is because it just doesn't work out that well. So there's also another mystical which basically slows down time, and it seems like you literally had no chance at all. If you're like trapped in a zone like that, you're just not gonna be able to kill an enemy anymore at all. You're just done. Like it's over. You're gonna be dead. Like within a couple of seconds, the guy's gonna kill you off for sure. So you know, as I said, like a lot of things look good about it. At the same time, there are some things that I just feel like shouldn't really be in there right now. That's what it seems like. But I'm gonna be waiting till I get to play the beta for myself, and then we'll see about it. I hope it's gonna positively surprise me. But these are simply my thoughts so far. So I want to know from you what you thought about the Uncharted 4 multiplayer details we got today. And of course, the beta is starting on December 4th. The episode 1 of the top 5 plays is going live this Sunday on December 7th. So, oh sorry, that's 6th actually. So, yeah, as I said, it would be awesome if you could tweet the developers at North Rock I included in the description to ask if the top 5 players could be returning to Uncharted TV. I would really appreciate that. But then for now, let me know what you thought about it, and I'd like to thank you a lot for watching. I hope to see you again next time.